welcome back to the run across Europe. We are in the town of Saint-Omer in France, and yeah, I just had this beautiful place to record for today. I have no idea what it's going to be like, but they look decent on the map. And then after this, I think it's just going to be cycle paths. So yeah, so we get a bit of the town in. There's a nice communal garden I'm going to go through in a few minutes. Where did I leave you yesterday? Jeez, I can't remember at all. But yeah, I got to a campsite yesterday, it was grand. Oh yeah, I started recording after I stopped for a can of Coke and then left it at the bus stop. And yeah, it wasn't too bad of a journey from there. Easy stopping. Just taking a look. The French are very bemused by this thing. Everyone is, but the French seem even more so. What was I saying? Yeah, so I was running to the campsite. And it was nice, especially when I got close to the campsite, a few canals and stuff. But I was hoping to hit a restaurant or something for dinner, because like I said, I was out with camping gas, so I couldn't cook for myself. But I didn't see any. So when I got to the campsite, I checked the map, and there was a pizza place opening at 6:30. I think I was there at like 3 or something, maybe all set up at 4. So yeah, 2 kilometre walk, which is a bit of a trek, but not too bad. It was like grand, I'll go there. And so I got the pizza place about 7:30. Oh, excuse me, I've just eaten. Bourbon. Yeah, so I got to the pizza place about 7:30. And the whole time I'm walking there, I'm like, decent chance this will be closed, you know? Just with how the French are, you know? But opening times and stuff, tomorrow's suggestion. But I got there an hour after it opened. It was open till 11. I walk into the place, nobody in there. And your man to me straight away, he's like talking in French. And I was like, yeah, I don't speak French. No parler, whatever. And with Google Translate, it tells me that I won't be able to order it until 9:30. I was like, what? Like, there's 2 people working in it, and they weren't exactly, they were working, but they weren't run off their feet, you know? There's nobody in the thing. I did not even see that bleeding red light. It was a red crossing. I could have got run over there. I meant to be able to take a left here into this public garden I was talking about. So I was like, what? You know, because it's like, yeah, you can't order pizza till 9:30. And my phone was nearly dead, so I wouldn't have minded sitting there for like an hour, but 2 hours at 9:30. That's bedtime, like. So I just Google Translate again. I was like, is there anything I can have, like a burger, something small? Just like, no. And I was just like, what the? I'm in your establishment, I'm the only person here, I have a pocket full of money, I'm starving. I was actually going to this is not, it says something about this being a zoo. Zoo de Publica. Some chickens in there. Okay, let me just double check where to go. So like, I'm in your establishment with a pocket full of money, I hadn't had dinner the day before, and I hadn't really eaten today. You know, 2 bananas and I had a bit of tuna. I wasn't gonna starve. And yeah, go down here, take a lift. But it's just the most French thing ever. So, you know, why is there a fence there? Ay, ay, ay. Okay, I should not come in here. I want to go, I've seen that you can go across this and then you end up in the centre of the town near the big church that I want to look at. It's called Notre-Dame as well, but obviously not the Paris one. So I don't know what that means in French. But yeah, you know, it's just like, I hadn't had dinner there before, I'm there, I'm willing to wait, even if they just said, you know, we're busy, it'll be a while, but 2 hours, how long does it take to cook a pizza, you know? Just crazy. And the only thing I can think of is that because, you know, it was actually open on a Sunday, which is a miracle. Whoa, okay, I need to double check here where I'm going. Which is a miracle for France that it's open on a Sunday. They're still waiting till 6:30. But so the only thing I can think of is that they had a lot of orders, you know. But again, even still, I'm like, you just never get that reaction in a establishment in Ireland or America or the UK. Like, even like here, very, like, it was annoying because of the language barrier. I couldn't be like, why is it taking 2 hours? But yeah, they probably just had a lot of orders because they're the only place open. But even still, I was just fuming and walking another 2k back, because like a 4k round trip to me at this stage isn't, you know, I'm well used to moving with my feet, but I was hungry, like, you know. So if I had just stayed in my tent and conserved calories, that'd be something. But just, you know, then you do a 45-minute walk for nothing. It's just very frustrating. And then even this morning I stopped into McDonald's, and they don't open until 10 a.m, which is just mad for McDonald's. They only open at 6 in Ireland, you know, so you can go, people on their way to work. I guess you don't have to worry about that in France. Yeah, it's just funny how it's just such a small boat ride from Dover to Cali, and just how much things change. Obviously languages and culture and stuff, but just attitudes, it's just, I don't know, it's very weird to me. Because, you know, like, it's just business who want your money. That's what they're there for. But yeah, other than that, it wasn't very eventful. Going to the Catalan now on the other side of this town. It's not too far away now at all, so I'm gonna get a new tent and some runners, some camping gas, and yeah. Because last night it was pretty windy, it's still windy now, so I was kind of worried about the tent. It held up well, so much so that I'm like, oh, do I need a new one? But I just do. So I'm just getting it so I can stop worrying about it. Leading me, just kind of going on vibes. But I do want to take a look at that church, so let's try. they haven't really done this before, but this is going to be a bit of meandering in the town, just to do a bit of sightseeing. But yeah, I don't mind. Church probably won't be worth it now, but we'll see. Glimpse of the church, and we could just eyeball it from there. There it is, there to the left. Nice. I don't know if you can see that. Looks pretty cool. Yeah, then after I stop in the Catalan, I'm gonna hop back on the Eurovelo 5. So that's kind of 80% cycle tracks for like 360 kilometers, I think the app said. So it's a bit of zigzagging, but I think it's worth it. Because for the bit of extra mileage, just the smooth sailing makes up for it, you know. This town's not small, but it's not that big either. They always just have lovely churches and things. It says it's free to go into it as well, so. But actually, see if I can bring the buggy in with the camera. Okay, that's the stairs, so I can't go that way. Double check. Okay, that says we can walk that way. Try it. Cobblestones. Cobblestones are terrible for structural integrity of this. When I cycled to Portugal is loads of cobblestones, and my bike just fell apart, like, because the big heavy panniers on the side, the bags, and just it wobbling, throws them here, there and everywhere. So these are actually pretty flat compared to the ones in Portugal, but still I walk just to be safe. Okay, where are we going? To the right. Oh, excuse me, there we go, look at that. can go inside with this. It's locked anyway, I'll just take a look from the outside. I've seen some pictures of the inside, it looks lovely. You can imagine, look at the thing, it's incredible. Again, this is your bog standard cathedral in France. Maybe not bog standard, I don't know, but it's incredible. Can I get out this way? Magnifique, magnifique. All right, let's head to the Catalan then. Time 17, not bad. Okay, I think this left. I'll look at the front of it. Jesus, that's beautiful. Shame can't go inside. Looks closed. Okay, did I go the right way? No, I did not. Steps. So you didn't go up last time. And I should not go down. But they don't look too bad. So let's go. Yeah. Then we'll be straight down. Hold on to your hats. Oh God. I don't know what I did with this buggy broke. They're not exactly, they're not impossible to find, but they're not easy. And they're very expensive. I got this one second hand for half the price. So if this thing went, it'd be like $1,000 to get a new one. And that would be devastating to the budget. Seriously windy since I got here. I don't know if it's because it's so flat around here or what. I haven't done too many miles at all today. I think I've done let me see, I'd say only about 6 kilometers, 7, it's 1 PM. So I'm gonna get my stuff in the Catalan and then get moving today and try to make up for this slow morning. There's no button on that cross to press. Very odd. haven't sorted out a campsite for later either. The area, like, normally I'll check like between 30 and 40 kilometers away in the direction I'm going, and I just see campsites around there. It seems like a bit of an empty spot. There was one, but then you'd only be doing like less than 30, and then if you wanted the one after that, you'd be doing 50 or more. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do, but what I have noticed is there's signs for campsites everywhere, and some of them aren't on Google Maps. Because I've seen one or two, you know, and it says camping, and then I'll take my phone out and look for it, and it's not there. So I kind of feel like just winging it, just running along that Eurovelo and then waiting until I come to one, you know. What do we shall see? Yeah, but no fuel. It was a real struggle this morning. Just your calves and stuff just start instantly hurting just from lack of fuel, you know. But feeling good now. Now also, McDonald's here is crazy expensive. Like when I was in the UK, I'd stop in there to get a burger, or I'd get a coffee, sorry, and like 3 cheeseburgers, because they have the Euro Saver menu, or whatever they call it in England, the pound saver. But like a cheeseburger is like, you know, no meal's like $1.50. Here the cheeseburger was $3.25. That's like, I don't know, it's just nuts. Even the Big Mac. So I got a Big Mac and a big coffee, and it was like €9. That's without the meal. Yeah, I don't know. It's just odd. Let me make sure where I'm going, because if I can go through the town to the left, it'd be a bit better, more scenic. Go straight. You'd open the boot, stick the wood out the back. hope they have a good selection of tents, because I don't have to settle for something. You know what I mean? It's going to be home for the next 3 months at least. I think this is us for the rest of this episode. It's just a industrial estate, but some nice flowers at least. The French keep it nice. And I had said I would organise my stuff before I got my new tent, because I expect it to be twice the size to make room. Did I do that? I did not. I could blame going to that pizza place as a waste of time, but I had an hour. I don't know, I couldn't bring myself to, unless it's extremely urgent. I never do anything. Yeah, it's look again, like you can see the markers on the ground everywhere. It's just prioritises pedestrians and cyclists. It's just had me reflected on the UK and just how their attitude towards cyclists is just so funny. So I watched a fair bit of Top Gear when I was younger, and it's like Jeremy Clarkson runs the country, you know. Like, why would we bother doing anything for cyclists? The bane of our existence. And the drivers are the same, you know. Don't give you much room or leeway. Well, here they have the Tour de France, you know. It's like, even there's one town in England that I went through, and it had a sign saying the place for the 2012 Olympics, whatever cycling event was. And then it had terrible cycle lanes. It's like bragging about how he's closed this town down for a day for one race, and then don't build up the infrastructure for your everyday folk, you know. But it's all done now. Yeah, I'm just so happy to get out of England safe. There'll obviously be more dangerous parts along the way, but it just feels so safe in France now. Even though I was on a busy road this morning because my phone had died, that campsite didn't actually have anywhere to charge it. Because I seem to be the only camper there. It's more a mobile home park. It's nice and cheap though, it was only €9, but they weren't set up as much for campers. But anyway, yeah, so I just memorised how to get to the McDonald's. So the easiest way to memorise was down the main road. And it was busy and I had to pull in a lot, but just, I don't know, yeah, it didn't feel dangerous at all. Okay, that's the Decathlon over there, so I'm going to end it here. It's just a car park, so yeah, thanks for watching. Wish me the best with my runners and my tent, and bonsoir, au revoir, see you tomorrow.